Twitter is going crazy, which I know that in its of itself is not news because, as you know, Twitter likes to get outraged sometimes on things they shouldn't be outraged by. As many of you know, there can be some situations that don't really make sense to why people freak out about this. I'm going to not only just be talking about YouTube, I'm going to try and do more of what I've always wanted to do with this show, and I'm going to talk about multiple topics. So there's going to be a YouTube section, there's going to be some other stories, and I don't want to spoil them. I want you to stay here and listen to all of it. But I'm going to kind of split it up into more topic-oriented clips of the show, because as much as I like to rant and rave about something for 20 to 30 minutes, there's something I probably missed that I really wanted to talk about. So without further ado, let's talk about the changes coming to everyone's favorite video hosting site, YouTube. Today they announced, as I'm recording this, September 19th, 2019, they announced that they're making changes to their verified systems. Now, if you're not familiar with this, if you get to a certain amount of subscribers, their current system is if you reach 100,000 subscribers or more, you become verified. So you get the little check mark like you would on, say, Twitter or Instagram. It's just another form saying, hey, this is really the person or the channel that you're looking for, not some copycat, what have you, fake account, which makes sense. It's pretty basic. You're seeing it in a lot of platforms. So today they've decided they're going to change that. For some reason, they're making a change to the little check mark you get to your YouTube channel. Now they're saying it's not coming into effect until October, but I just don't understand the need to do this. I'm sure there's the argument of yes, it's a way to crack down on this and stop these creators from profiting off somebody else's work. And some of the changes they made, they've taken away the check mark. But now, if say you're an artist, you have a picture validating your name and then a music note next to it to show that. I honestly think at some point it seems well-intentioned. But in doing that process, they've continued to show that they're making changes to their website that I don't necessarily understand. Now, you could say that maybe it's an attempt to change the algorithm and maybe make it more attuned to people what they want. But you're seeing a lot of YouTubers get unverified. Even the YouTube channel itself, YouTube's very own channel, has been verified under these specifications that they've created. You're seeing a lot of them get verified. Now, granted, a lot of these guys I don't watch, or necessarily, some of them at least. But take, for instance, Jake Paul, who, despite how you may feel about Jake Paul or Logan Paul and who they are as people, he got unverified. He has one of the biggest channels on YouTube. He has almost 20 million subscribers, and he is unverified. And you're seeing more and more of these channels getting unverified that you wouldn't expect. You see so many big-time YouTubers, and I wouldn't be surprised if they said PewDiePie got unverified. So what is the purpose of doing this? Why do they continue to be a platform that continues to take away from their creators? And it just shows again that when you see a lot of these huge creators and these big channels get unverified, you're seeing more and more that they don't care about their creators or their users. They really don't. YouTube is supposed to be a platform that is an alternative to old media. It's an alternative to TV or what you normally would see on that. And it's supposed to be a way to give people that don't have a voice, good or bad. Trust me, there is a dark hole of garbage YouTube creators out there. There's also a ton of great YouTube creators out there. And I know how hard it is to want to be a YouTuber or create content for YouTube. It's very hard to do. And it seems like these creators that actually are successful on the platform continue to get punished for no reason. And it's a constant ebb and flow. And it's a give and take. And I mean, you've had 3 versions of an adpocalypse. And if you're not familiar with that, essentially what YouTube has done throughout the years, and I don't necessarily think I think it happened a little bit this past summer. There was Adpocalypse 3.0. But essentially what they would go in, and they'd go into these videos, they'd go to these creators and say, look, this isn't suitable for advertisers. You're going to get demonetized. You're not going to make any money from this. And they created algorithms to weed those out. But in doing that, they damaged a lot of creators and hurt them. I remember at one point, if you had a wrestling YouTube channel, and we did an episode on this on the wrestling podcast I used to do, you would get in trouble for hate speech for having wrestling or talking about professional wrestling of any kind. It was hate speech. And then if you're talking about any sort of politics on YouTube, good luck. Right or left, I tell you good luck, because you're not probably going to make any money on YouTube. It could literally be a video saying, hey, this is why Nazis are bad, or all an educational video even about World War II, or some sort of interesting video about World War II. Forget about it. You're not going to get monetized because it's in this algorithm, or this, sorry, I got a little loud there, in this little inner working of YouTube that says, no, thank you. We don't want to promote that or give you any money for the hard work that you're going to be doing. And that's, to me, the most frustrating part about this platform, where it used to promise so much to its creators and give them so many opportunities, and now it continues to cut them down. And I know I have bashed YouTube on this podcast a few times, and I know it seems like a recurring theme. And it's not because I haven't had success on YouTube. That's not my issue with YouTube. Me not having success on that platform is not anybody's fault but my own. And I'm not trying to blame that website in particular. I just think the people that have had success on YouTube, for some reason, are getting punished, that it just doesn't make sense. And I think it really boils down to, and I've said this a few times, and I'll say it more and more and time again, it's simply got to be because there's no other competition. They have nobody to compete with them. They have nobody to really tell them, hey, maybe we shouldn't be doing this or treating our creators that way. Who cares? Because where else are these people going to go? There was no other competition. I don't understand the whole point of any of it, really. And I just don't get it. Why would a company that relies, not necessarily that anymore, here's the thing. YouTube doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about the content you make. It doesn't care about anything you do, because YouTube so desperately, for whatever reason, wants to be old media. It wants to be TV. It wants to be the next big TV network, and I don't understand why. I mean, there's even proof, going back to the political side of things, there's even proof that they will bury your independent political channel, like a David Pakman or a Secular Talk, or even Steven Crowder, who I don't really agree with, but they'll find a way to bury him in their algorithm and pull up Fox News or CNN or these big corporate news networks. Because they don't care about you. They only care about money. Which brings me back to the thing. Why would you unverify people that use your platform on a daily basis for income? And a lot of these YouTubers probably drive people to your site that probably wouldn't watch their site or care about your site. I spend more time watching YouTube videos than I probably do watching anything else. I mean, I probably am on YouTube more than Netflix or Hulu or any of that stuff, unless it's football season. Then I'm mostly watching ESPN and Fox and stuff like that. But I'm usually watching YouTube more than anything else. And I've been amazed in the last few years at how many different creators I've found in interested in, and how it's formed who I am as a person. And now you're trying to punish those people and take away their opportunities because you're unverifying them and hurting them in any possible way you want. And I said it way back in December of 2018 about having an alternative to YouTube. And I'm not going to go any further on that because I've already said what I have to say about that. I want to know why YouTube wants to punish people for making content on their website. I just don't understand it. My only answer to any of that would be YouTube just wants to stick with celebrities and corporate brands, and that's all they want. And that's fine, but people need to wake up and make some changes because that's the only way it's going to happen. If you got people, and I know that there's this app called Storyfire. That's kind of like an alternative to YouTube. It's more of a storytelling app. I haven't really looked into it, but maybe it could be something really cool. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like to me, if you want to get your independent creators, it's got to be podcasting. I think podcasting is going to be the place for independent creators and even that has been corporate. You can't tell me there aren't corporate podcasts out there and corporate companies, which is fine, but I don't think it's to the level of YouTube because there's more variety. There isn't just Apple Podcasts. There's Google Podcasts. There's Stitcher. There's Podbean. I mean, there's so many different podcasting platforms that you can listen to. So I don't think it'll be in the same situation. There isn't a YouTube for podcasts. I guess maybe the only comparable thing would be Apple Podcasts, and that's only because you have that podcasting app. If you have an iPhone or iPad, it's already there. But other than that, I don't really see anybody else taking that market and owning it. So I guess if you really want to support independent creators, it'd have to be podcasting. But a lot of these creators work really well on YouTube. They're designed to be successful on YouTube. So I don't know how they're going to be successful moving forward. And I think you're going to see more and more creators go to Patreon and maybe Indiegogo. You're going to see them have more crowd-funded projects and crowd-funded endeavors going forward, which I think is the future. As a lot of independent creators, which again can hurt because then how much free content can you really give out if you? I don't know.